Today I'm doing the line art process of this video. I'm doing the line art process for part 2. And this is the voiceover. I don't really, it's like awkward beginning. Like I really don't be knowing what to say to you guys. Like it's just like, yeah, welcome back. Line art, digital, animation. Welcome to part 2 of the animation that I'm doing for my channel. This should be so when my 4th video hit, when it's the finished process, well, the 3rd video I'm going to show you the finished process, and then the 4th video it should be for like the end and outro for my videos, and I cannot wait to put that as that. I just had so much fun doing this, and I'm so glad you guys followed my art journey and, you know, follow my art wave. And I want to do more I want to do more videos like this, like animations, because I just got into it and I didn't realize how much fun animation is. Like at first, since I didn't really know how to do it, it was like frustrating. I was like, oh, this is so boring. I'm so frustrated. I'm just drawing the same thing essentially over and over again. I can't get into it. And then I just, you know, one day I was like, you know, I want to do some animation of my character. And it was so much fun. And when you see the result, like seeing your character actually moving, it's just like, holy crap, like that's my character. And they're literally looking at me waving like, huh? Like, who would have thought I would see my character moving? Also, last time I was with you guys, I was talking about the comic that I'm working on, and I'm gonna get back into writing it. I had stopped writing it briefly because, I don't know, I just had a lot of other stuff to deal with and a lot of other stuff to do. But now that I don't have that stuff to worry about, I'm gonna get back into writing it, and it's gonna be so much fun. My whole reason, I'm gonna just be answering like questions you probably want to know or you just probably interested in. I already told you guys this, but the first question I'm gonna be answering is why did I start art? I really started art to be the best. I'm a multi-talented person. I could draw. I could do a little acapella here, you know, here and there. I can dance. I can write. I'm good at storytelling. So yeah, and then I wanted to put drawing on the list. So it was more kind of like I just want to be the best, okay, kind of thing, and not more like, oh my gosh, I just fell in love with art. But also not only that, since I was so infatuated with writing, I always wanted to create my own story, and you know, you'd be able to see my own characters, and that was also another inspiration for drawing, because I did have stories, but I just couldn't draw the characters. And you know, I didn't want to pay nobody to draw my character. What? I don't want to pay you, so I just learned how to draw myself. You know, being the cheap person that I am, I sat down with pencil and paper and was like, you know what? Instead of paying somebody $20 to draw all these characters, you know, I'm just gonna draw them myself and learn how to draw. And that's kind of what started. And because, you know, I was looking at other people drawing and I was like, I can do this, you know, this should be easy. And yeah, that's what started my art journey, at least with that, you know, that in a sense, that's exactly what started that. How did I start find my art style? I don't like when, I'm not gonna say I don't like, but never ask somebody how they found their art style, you know, because for me at least, it's not like I found it, like I was looking for it and I finally found it. No, when I was looking for my art style, it just never worked out. I was like, yeah, this is my art style. I'm going to draw like this for the rest of my life. And, you know, things change, you know. And not only that, I think our art style is not something to be found. I think it kind of just happens over time. As you evolve, your art evolve. And that's kind of how that happened. I didn't necessarily find my art style. It kind of just evolved into what you see. And I took some of my big inspiration from some of my favorite artists. So I had like one of my art styles that I used to have was, it was heavily inspired by the early 2000s anime mixed up with Kishimoto style, you know, like Naruto style. It was like mixed. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. This is my new art style. And then as time went on, I noticed it started to change. And I took inspiration from Lavender Town. And I took like certain things that I like how she draw her characters. Like I like how she do those lines on her character face. So then I started doing lines on my character's faces. And I used to just love it so much. I'm going to be putting examples, like pictures and examples on the screen of what I'm talking about. And then right after that era, those are my eras. So I had like my early 2000s / Kishimoto style era. Then I had my Lavender Town mixed up with like this cartoon style era, and then I have this new era that I'm in, and it's like drawn with waffles mixed up with likelihood art. I love both of their art styles, so I just took certain things that I liked about both artists and I applied them to my characters, like how I draw black characters. I used to how I draw my character, not even just black characters, how I draw my characters in general. Like I used to draw the hand all brown, even the front palm of the hand. But if you look at your front palm of the hand, it goes, if you're, darker, it goes from brown, and then when you look on the side, it kind of gets lighter. Then you can see like the tan part of your hand. And that's how she used to draw her black character's hand, and not just like this how anime do, where they just color it all like the skin tone, and somehow I just managed to like work out. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that. And it just fits so well with my art style. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be drawing hands like this forever. And I did it before I did digital, because I just was able to get this tablet thanks to my brother. He bought it for me. But before I had my tablet, I was doing traditional heavy, and I noticed a decline in my art. And when I say that, I mean like I noticed that I stopped drawing, and I think it was because I was burning myself out. If you go like scroll on my page, I was posting every 2 days. Every 2 days you got like new art, and I was keeping up with it, and that resulted in a burnout. I don't recommend burning yourself out, because then you lose the inspiration to draw. And that kind of happened to me. I was MIA. I came back. I did a little fan art for a girl on Instagram. I love her character, Iris May. I'm actually doing a piece with Iris May and my two characters. It's coming out. I'm still working on it. I'm probably not going to add the third character I plan on adding, but I don't know. I think I'm adding. I just been lazy, like editing and these videos and drawing. I just been, it's just all laziness, but I'm still gonna do it. I have like another video idea planned too, so I'm worried about that also. But back to what I was saying, I started off traditional, and then I kind of got bored and I stopped posting. Like I posted like once a month, and that's not good when you're trying to be an upcoming artist. You don't really want to post that, like have those big gaps, because I'll like post like 3 posts, and then the next month I won't post at all, and I'll only post like once that month, and then in the next month I'll wait a few weeks, and it's just I just had burnt myself out drawing like that. But in the time, it didn't feel like I was burning myself out, because I was actually enjoying drawing that much. I was like, boom. But then I noticed, I was like, okay, I need to get this picture out. Oh my gosh, I gotta draw something before the day 2, or I'm late and I forgot to post it. I forgot to post the other drawing I was supposed to draw. So it was started to become heavy, and it started to feel more like work and a chore than an actual hobby. And I think that's why I stopped writing books too, because I used to be on this app called Wattpad, and I used to write books, and people used to love my books, and I stopped working. I stopped writing because I didn't get paid for it. But I stopped writing the books that I was writing, because it started to feel like a chore. I was like, okay, I gotta hurry up and get this chapter out because people are asking when it's going to come out, Oh my gosh, we love it, when the next page is going to come out. And I'm over here like, I'm out of ideas. My engine is low on fuel. Just give me just a minute. Please just give me a minute. And it was just like, I didn't know what to do. It was just so much. So I was just like, yeah, I need to take just a break from all of this. And then when I got the tablet, that kind of just clicked on for me to go back into drawing because it was something new and fresh, even though I used to digital draw. Now, I already recorded. Okay, this is going to be a little confusing. It shouldn't be confusing. No, I don't think it's that confusing. So I already recorded a voiceover for the last part because I already have the 2 parts recorded. I just have to make voiceovers for it. I already had the voiceover for the last part recorded, and that part is actually the longest out of all the videos. This one is not that long. The last one is like 40 something minutes long, and we just talk about anything and everything. On the last one, we were just talking a whole bunch and story times. It was just really fun, talking about that. But yeah, so I was talking about, let's go back to the main topic, which is finding your art style. And I don't recommend finding your art style. I just recommend you go with the flow and have your evolution, have your eras, like how Britney Spears have all her eras. Have your era and just live in that era. You don't even have to like it, because in my beginning stage, in my 2000s / Kishimoto art style era, I didn't like how things would turn out. Sometimes I liked it, but sometimes I didn't. I noticed that I wasn't drawn in the way I was drawn, but I just lived in that era into a new era popped up, and I was drawn like this, and and all this other stuff. And then I have this recent era that I'm currently in, and I'm enjoying the flow of this era. I enjoyed all the flows of the era, and I recommend you also enjoy the flow of the era and not try to find something that's not here. You're not there yet. Let yourself get there. Let it be found. Don't go find it. Let it be found. And that's my opinion on the question to how do you find your art style? How do you find it? That's my answer to it. That's my personal answer. Now, some of you may not like it. Some of you, probably was expecting some other answer, but that's the answer I can give you because that's what I did. I just lived in those eras. And time went on and my art style evolved with me because I was putting in that work to have that evolution. Also, I want to say, when some people say, practice, 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 you're going to get good. I know y'all already heard this before, but my motto is not practice makes perfect. It's perfect practice makes perfect. You can, like somebody said before, you can draw the same circle over and over again, but that doesn't mean the circle's going to get better just because you draw a circle every single day. Now, if you put in the tips and the tricks of how you pose to make that circle, then you'll start seeing results. And that's why I say perfect practice makes perfect. Because in order to have that practice, you got to put in tools for the practice. And that will make the perfect part, the outcome that you was expecting. And I think that's how, it turned, that's my mindset I got for this era, that, not practice, 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 but perfect practice makes perfect. That's why I look up videos on how to do this and that, and that's how I found out how to do this little animation. And I was just looking at videos, and putting those practices that the tools they were giving me, and I put it into practice. So yeah, that's my opinion of just practice, practice, practice. I don't really that's not really a true saying at all. I think I can answer one more question, or like I can probably say like one more thing before I just let the video play. So let me see something else I could talk about. Okay, and the last question, sorry if you hear that, that's my dog, he's wagging his tail on my back. But the last question for everybody who's interested in the comic, what will my comic be posted on? My comic will be posted on YouTube. I'm gonna post some pages on Instagram. I don't know if I'm gonna try to post like on Webtoon or anything like that. I think I'm just gonna stick with YouTube, but I don't know. If you guys want me to try to get it posted on Webtoon, I will figure that out. I don't really understand. Like, I've never been on Webtoon, so I don't understand how that works. And what is my comic about? It's about a world of superheroes. It's about the world just become the world having superpowers. Basically, it's about this day and age where people out of the blue just started having superpowers, and it's been going on for like 4 years now, and just the corruptness of having superpowers in the modern world. Basically, that's what it's about. It's really cool. That's not like the description I'm gonna have written down for it, but at like how I can explain it off the top of my head, that's the best way I can explain it. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. The voiceover is a little bit longer than the video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Follow my art wave and I will follow yours. See you guys.